All right, guys. So the last time we talked about this writing process, we only covered the intro paragraph, like the thesis statement, and different types of hooks. So I believe we talked about 8 different types, and hopefully you tried to incorporate one of those types into your rough draft and no red ink. So now let's talk about the body. So this is where the revisions are probably going to come into play next week. Most of you probably just tackled, typical topic sentence, some of your evidence, your explanations, and then you moved on. So let's see if we can fine tune that. No, we're not talking about the human body. We're actually talking about the body paragraphs. Um, so normally your teacher probably has told you in the past to have at least three. That is minimum. Normally, if for an essay, you should have at least five. But we actually had two body, and I told you guys to try and make your third body paragraph the counter argument. So if you did that, great. If you actually made that into a fourth body paragraph for your counter argument, fantastic. It does not matter. Let's move on. So this is what your no red ink looked like for body paragraph. It said you needed to have topic sentence, evidence, and reasoning. So if you look over on the left hand side, yellow, teal, and purple boxes were the minimum requirements for no red ink. So as long as you had those, you should have been fine. Going forward, though, next week, you're going to need to make sure you're adding rhetoric. So, ethos, logos, pathos, needing to make sure that your evidence is really supportive of your thesis. It really wins your argument over. I like my analogies, guys. Here's another one for you. How many of you been to Burgatory? Good. So you know that the cheeseburgers are amazing. Well, let's make our essays just as amazing. You probably have also seen this hamburger diagram in elementary school when your teachers were trying to show you how to structure and organize your essay. So you first have the bun, which is like a topic sentence. I'm going to show you 3 different types. Normally, I would have you take notes on this, but since you're at home, you can either take notes or just keep a copy of this slides presentation in your Google Drive folder. So we have a general topic sentence, and if you notice, there's just a box of candy. We don't know what type, and we don't know how many kinds are in that box. The second type we have are called cluing. So we see they're jelly beans. We don't know the exact flavor and we don't know how many. And the third type of topic sentence is called a specific topic sentence. Now we know exactly the type and we could technically see how many pieces of chocolate are in the bag. So again, all 3 types are topic sentences. So that's like the hamburger bun, it's the very top part of your paragraph of your essay. And you can do it in one of 3 ways: general, cluing, or specific. I'm going to show you a little bit more about these types, and feel free to pause this video or rewind, whatever you need to do to watch and learn these 3 types. A general topic sentence. Here are examples. Spring is an exciting season of the year. Jerry likes to vacation in the summer. The school mascot lives an interesting life. And these are all vague. Not much information is provided. It leaves more for the reader to guess what will be in the paragraph. Cluing. Babe Ruth and Mickey Mantle share 3 things in common. There are 2 major Indian tribes who live in Arizona today. A bird can use a variety of materials to build a nest. This type uses cluing words to signal how much or how many topics will be discussed in the preceding paragraph. So in the first example, 3 things is my cluing phrase. In the second example, 2 major are my cluing phrase is my cluing phrase, and variety of materials is my cluing phrase. And the third type, the specific type, here are the examples of that one. The 3 purposes of a weather map are to collect, organize, and show what the weather patterns look like for a short period of time. Living in the mountains in the winter takes careful preparation, food planning, a warm shelter, and protective clothing. Some children enjoy carving, sculpting, and drawing as hobbies. So, in the first example, you can actually see a list of specific details. So this is what my paragraph would be about. In the second example, you also see my list of 4 details. And in my third example, there are 3 details. So that means my 3 detail sentences, okay, my evidence are going to be only talking about carving, sculpting, and drawing. Nothing more, nothing less. This is a very, very detailed list. It will make you very on topic. You can't really steer away from this topic because you know exactly what you're going to have to write about in that paragraph. So now it's your turn. Um, you know what? We probably won't do this, but you can at least see. So if my, and we'll do this kind of together right now. So if in topic number 1, if my topic is woods and my details were oak, elm, cedar, and walnut, my teacher told me I had to write a general topic sentence. All I would say is something like, there are woods in the mountains. Okay, that's extremely generic, but do you see how I'm not giving a number and I'm not listing the details? So let me help you out. Let me give you a better example. Number 2, the topic is classic monsters. The details are Frankenstein, Dracula, Wolfman, the Mummy. My teacher is asking me to write a cluing topic sentence for that paragraph. Well, remember, cluing tells an amount, so I'm going to count. So I have how many details? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to say there are 4 types of classical monsters. And then number 3, I have to give a specific topic sentence. So if my topic is football participants, I'm actually going to state, or I'm sorry, I'm going to list my details. So I'm going to say there are coaches, 11 players, referees, and fans in football. So then I know in my paragraph, I'm going to be talking about the coaches, the 11 players, the referees, and the fans. That's it. No more, no less. Couple FYIs. You can use a variety of the 3 types of topic sentences in your essay, or if you'd like, you can just stick to one type for each paragraph. So if you want to just write all general topic sentences for your entire essay, that's fine. In addition to the type of topic sentence you use, also make sure it restates the essay's topic, introduces the main idea of the paragraph, and is simple and sharp. I want you guys to try and avoid the use of adverbs and adjectives in topic sentences. Make them simple, avoid complex sentences. All right, ready for your next part of your body? Let's go back to our objectives. So we need to write arguments to support claims. And then by doing that, if you look in the highlighted green section, it says we need to use words, phrases, and clauses to link major sections of the text and to create cohesion. We also need to supply evidence. And that is going to look like in this teal box on your no red ink. So it says use evidence to convince readers that your claim is true. So whatever you said was, the most controversial topic, you have to make sure that your evidence supports that. So let me show you an example of kind of what that looks like. So this is just an informative example. It's not argumentative. Topic sentence is turtles could not survive without their marvelous shells. Okay, the red arrows, the red sentences are pointing to things called lead-off sentences with transitions. So, most importantly, turtle shells serve as the base for their skeletons. Somewhat importantly, turtle shells serve as their portable homes. Finally, turtle shells are important because the shells protect turtles from their enemies. Now, in elementary school, maybe 6th and 7th grade, this would serve as a perfect paragraph. Okay, the kid has the topic sentence, and there are 3 supporting details. However, in the black sentences, where the black arrows are pointing to, that is called our evidence. That's what we actually need now, and we need to make sure they really support our claims and our details. These are called follow up sentences. They elaborate on our details. And I'll give you more of a visual of that. Okay, so the content, this supports your thesis and topic sentence. I'm going to show you a formula. You have never seen this before in your life. So here's something brand new, and hopefully this will help you when you revise your essays. So a lead-off sentence introduces your reason. You are going to follow that up and add a follow up sentence. And this can be actually multiple, it doesn't have to be just one. So, this is where you're actually explaining your reason with evidence. So, the yellow box is your words, your thoughts. It is not from the text, it is not from research, it is not from the internet, it is from your brain. The green box is the evidence coming from text, research, a source, the library, something else other than your brain. So yellow is your brain, the green is something to prove and back up your brain. Hopefully that makes sense. That will equal supporting detail number one. You should have at least two supporting details per paragraph. The yellow, the lead-off sentence, should include a transition word or phrase. So if you're using chain length, that would be like first, second, third. If you're using cause and effect, it would make sure that you follow up with that pattern. If you're using importance, make sure you're following with that. So it'd be like first important or most importantly, next importantly, least importantly, things like that. And then the green, again, is the follow up sentence, and that's usually 1 to 3 sentences, especially if you have a quote. If you have a quote, it should be at least 2 sentences because you should have the quote and then explaining the quote. So here's another example, and this is from an essay. It's actually from a student's essay written about of mice and men. So Lenny represents how the disabled, either mentally or physically, population was misunderstood in the 1930s in America. So that's the person's topic sentence. More specifically, Steinbeck shows how Lenny is mistreated by several characters, such as Curly, like in part 4, when Curly tries to fight Lenny for laughing at him. So you can kind of see, and let me go back. You can kind of see how this person is trying to weave their details with their lead-offs and their follow-ups. So introducing an idea and then supporting it with evidence from the text. I'm going to skip through clincher sentences right now to show you. Skipping. Sorry, guys, just disregard this. I'm going fast because I wanted to quickly show you this. This is called the paragraph train, and hopefully everything that I just showed you will make sense in this visual. So the first thing you see is you have like the topic sentence, train car. Then you have the um, other train cars that are connected, and then you have the caboose, which is called the clincher, and that's all the slides that I just skipped through because I don't want to make this presentation very long for you guys. So you need to have 2 to 3 details. So remember, each detail equals a lead off plus a follow up. So the lead off is your idea. What do you want to say about your topic? The follow up is the evidence that supports your idea. So in the blue, I have 1, 2, 3. So in this paragraph, how many details do I have? I have 3. You don't need 3. I said I needed like 2 to 3. So you need at least 2. These red arrows, okay, are pointing to those connectors that keep the train cars together because without them, the train went uphill, all the train cars would not follow. They would all fall behind. So we need these connecting pieces. And these are called transition words or phrases. Um, and then the L stands for lead off and the F stands for follow up. So technically, this paragraph would be how many sentences? 9. There's one topic sentence. Okay. Then 3 plus 2 plus 2, and then plus 1 clincher. So it's a 9 sentence paragraph. Hopefully, this visual helps you break down with what all is required in an argumentative essay paragraph. And this also goes with an expository essay, too. The most important thing is the leadoffs have to be your idea. Most people just tend to pull in a whole bunch of evidence from text and from research from the internet to support their topic sentence, but no claims were made from their own brains, their own minds. This essay is your idea, backed up by supporting evidence. That's really important. Otherwise, the entire essay is actually just plagiarized. It's ideas coming from other people. I want to know what you guys think about the topic. So I'm going to show you more stuff for the next video next week. This one I think is long enough for now. This was basically just covering the body paragraph structure. If you have any questions, shoot me an email or come chat with me on Google Hangouts. All right, guys, till next time.